Well, that was the introduction of Barbra Banda. I'm Melissa Ortiz. I'm a former professional soccer player, an Olympian, now turned broadcaster for TNT. I cover all U.S. soccer games as well as women's soccer, Women's World Cup. I covered you with Fox and so on and so forth. Funny, really quick before we get started, we were just in the green room, and I said, wow, Barbra, I made a song about you over the summer. She's like, what? I was like, it was covering one of your games in the Women's World Cup, and I don't know, it just came to me. And you guys know Benny and the Jets? All right, I'm trademarking this, by the way, okay? I was like, Banda, Banda, Banda and the Jets, like that. Producers loved it. I think I got a raise after that. But anyways, Barbra Banda has incredibly made a name for herself in world football. I think you have taken the world by surprise since the moment you stepped on the pitch and really made a mark for yourself. And I have to look at my phone because you have so many accolades. I hate doing this, but there's too many, so compliments to you. So, at 24 years old, Zambian national team player, played before signing for Orlando Pride in Shanghai. 41 goals in 52 games in all competitions. What? Like, that's absolutely incredible. Was part of Zambia's first ever squad to play at the 2023 Women's World Cup. She scored the 1,000th, I don't even know how to say that word in English. Oh my God. 1,000th? I think that's, okay. Whew, wow. Bilingual here. Scored the 1,000th goal, Jesus, in the FIFA World Cup. And highest international goal scorer in 2023 with 11 goals. She scored the most amount of goals in the world last year. It doesn't stop. 2 hat tricks at the Tokyo Olympics. The only player in history at any Olympic Games to do that. Qualified, whoop whoop, for the Paris Olympics coming up. She became one of the most expensive transfers in her recent deal signed by Orlando Pride, $740,000 deal. Whew. Which also brings me to the fact that you have a teammate as well from Zambia who was also just signed to BFC in the NWSL. So it just speaks wonder of yourself, of Zambia, of Africa, of the growth of women's football. But again, round of applause. Welcome to New York and the United States.
Thank you very much.
That was a long introduction, guys, I know, but it just speaks wonders for all that you have done so far. So tell us, one, how do you like New York in the past, I think, 12 hours that you've been here?
Wow, New York is so amazing. I just landed last night, but I feel so great, and I feel like I'm home. It's so amazing, the people, everyone is looking good. Yeah.
And so we just talked about New York. What about Orlando? You also kind of just got there too.
Yeah, more especially Orlando. I think I'm already feeling at home. The weather is similar to Zambia. Yeah, the people, I think more especially my teammate, the staff are so great. Yeah.
I know Disneyland, you have Disney World, you haven't gone there yet, but is that on the checklist this year, Orlando?
Yeah, I'm yet to go there because I'm just settling, so time I have to go there.
Maybe only if you win the championship. That will be the exit interview after you lift the trophy. So what are you going to do next? You're going to say, go to Disney World. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
So you just played in your first debut game in the NWSL. What are your thoughts on what you saw, the level? Look, you came from Spain, then China, now to the US. What are your thoughts of that experience?
Yeah, I think let me just take you through from my previous clubs that I've played for. Yeah, so my first professional club was in Spain. I played for Logroño. It was a very good club because I learned a lot from them, the staff and the players. And the league itself in Spain, it's very competitive. So from there, I moved to China, where I played for 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. I played in Shanghai. And I think women's football has just developed, and it has really grown in all global, worldwide. So I was happy in China. I played all my season that side. And I think for my move coming here also, it has really impacted a lot to my career because I always wish to play at this high level.
Did you learn Mandarin by any chance?
Wow, not really.
I asked you this in the green room too. How many languages you knew?
Yeah, so actually, I only know Zambian 2 languages. Actually, we have 74 languages in Zambia.
There are 74 languages in Zambia. Guys, we can only deal with one in the US. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I can only speak 2 and English.
Only. And English. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So at Orlando Pride, you're playing alongside Marta, one of the greatest to ever play the game. My first question for that is, did you ever think that you would be teammates with Marta?
Wow, never. But as I was growing up, Marta has always inspired me. Like, I've really looked up for her. Like, it's more like a dream come true for me because I've been always inspired by her when it comes to women's football. And I can't imagine myself playing alongside with her. She's my teammate. That's so inspiring, and I'm still learning from her. Yeah.
Yeah. And in terms of the way that you're able to connect, I know you just got to the team, but what have you seen so far in terms of connecting with her and playing alongside her, maybe even how she is as a leader and veteran on the squad?
Yeah, actually, she is a great reader, and we've interacted so much during training, off the pitch when we are in our locker rooms. I think I'm learning more, and I'm really getting more inspired.
So let's shift this now, whole picture outside of Orlando, the U.S. What makes you so excited to play here in the United States, but also to live here, and what it can do for you and your brand and what you're building?
Yeah, I think it is a great moment for me to play for Orlando because I think I've been following up the United States League. It's very good, very competitive, and I think to me it is a challenge to improve my game and to excel more. Yeah.
So as athletes and as a former athlete, we all go through obstacles in our careers, whether it's on the field, whether it's off the field, personal lives, etc., injuries, you name it. But you, Barbara, have gone through quite the obstacle, especially to get to where you are. Can you tell us a little bit more about your family, where you came from, your roots back in Zambia? Because to really paint the picture, and credit to you for all that you've done to get to this point, I mean, I feel like people really need to understand this story. And so I would love you to talk about, one, your relationship with your father, and then also your family back at home.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so my journey has never been easy playing in Zambia, more especially in my country, Zambia. It's something whereby women's football is not really recognized, and the belief that most of the parents have is that women are not supposed to play football. It's only for men. So it was a very big challenge for me. But I think with the support of my dad, I really worked so hard, and may he so rest in peace. So it was quite difficult for me. I used to play football in school, and before I went into an academy. So I used to play in school, but unfortunately, my mom didn't allow me. So it was a hassle for me to go and practice, but I used to sneak out each and every time. Maybe I would even learn out from the classes to go and participate into football. So as time goes on, I think the first time I was called for the national team, that was U17. I played in 2014, I played in Costa Rica. That was the World Cup. We did our preparation in San Francisco. Yeah. So that's when my mom came to realize that she has to let me do what I love. Yeah, because we used to argue a lot of time. Like, even by then, she couldn't even get me the football shoes and everything. I would just use my bare foot. So it was so, I felt so low and like I couldn't continue, but I think I have, my mind was so strong, and I was so passionate about football. This is why I kept on pushing, and at the end of the day, they came into support.
And on top of that, you also support your family back at home.
Yeah, actually now, because she's a single mother and I have siblings, and I'm the one doing everything for me, and now she became my #1 fan.
How many siblings?
I have 3 siblings. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So you're the big sister, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite impressive because I don't think if it wasn't me, I don't know how my family was going to be right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. That's tremendous for you to say that, and I appreciate you for opening up too, because I know could be personal, right? Yeah. But I think it just depicts of who Barbra really is, and also depicts and shows what women do to get to this point, in your career, especially from the region that you're from. And I could speak that, especially from South America, and speaking with friends that I've played with too, of what they've done. And another thing that you support is your foundation, the Barbra Banda Foundation. How did you first develop that, and what are you seeking to do to continue to build it? What does it entail back in Zambia?
Yeah, so I came up with Barbra Banda Foundation because of what I've gone through and the passion that I have for the community in Zambia. Because, in Zambia, we are lacking a lot in terms of support. This time around, football has really improved because of us, that we have put Zambia on the map. So it has really grown, but we are still struggling in some other ways. This is why I came up with Barbra Banda Foundation, because I'm very passionate and I look where I've come from, how I've struggled to be where I am right now. So Barbra Banda Foundation is all about helping people that I need. Like I have all the sports discipline in the Barbra Banda Foundation, though other sports have not yet existed because I'm lacking some funds and equipment for other sports, but I have every sports discipline there. It's all registered. Yeah, so it's a foundation that the little that I get from my career, I try to help others in Zambia.
It's amazing. Yeah. That is absolutely amazing. It's boys and girls.
Yes.
Right? How many, do you know?
Currently, I think I have 300.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
wow.
So it's others, I just get them from the street. Then I try to put them in school. I have a partner in school. It's a community school. So I try to encourage them to go back to school and do the sport.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you're a brand out there, take out your checkbooks, because this is where to also donate, honestly. Wow, it's amazing. So there is one thing you might not know about Barbra, and I don't know if you know where I'm going with this, but I'm glad I'm retired, because I would hate to have to mark you. One, because she's so damn good, but also because she's a boxer. I don't know if y'all know this. No. Facts. Can you talk to us about your boxing talent? And there could be a career after soccer, that's all I'm saying.
Well, so talking about boxing, I think by the time I was discovering my talent, I used to do 2 sports. That's boxing and football. So most of the time you find me practicing boxing. This time I'm doing football. So actually I did my boxing career also from the amateur boxing. And from that time, I think I was unbeaten by none of any Zambian. Like, they just came to, whenever I have an opponent, they will refuse to get into the ring.
Oh my, I mean, I would too. I would refuse to get into the ring as well.
So like, there's a time I stayed like 6 months without fighting. So I have the manager. It's a big company quite right in Zambia. So I had to turn now professional, because amateur had no opponents. So I turned profession, and I had 5 fights in profession, all knockouts.
Knockouts! 5 knockouts, y'all.
Yeah, so like I said, I have the love of sport, but circumstances when it comes to boxing also, it's the same issue of finance and everything. So when the chance and the opportunity came for me to go to Spain, that's how I had to decide and choose one sport. Yeah.
We saved a lot of good lives out there, I think. That's incredible, honestly. I think you're the first, duo sport, but from another sport that is boxing. You've heard of lacrosse, soccer, you've heard of different sports, but that's incredible, honestly. Props to you. So we're looking forward now. You just made it, like I mentioned, to the USA, to the NWSL. What is a goal you would love to achieve, and you're already envisioning yourself, and you could really try to attain it?
Well, I think big, and I always think outside the box. I just don't want to be the African best player, but world best player.
Whoop, whoop. You heard it here, y'all. You heard it here. And let's just say in 10 years from now, where do you see Barbra Banda?
Yeah, well, with the determination and hard working that I want to focus on, in the next 5 years, I think you'll be talking about different Barbra Banda at another level.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Maybe in 15 years when you're retired, we'll see you on the boxing ring or something.
No, I think that time by then, because apparently I'm just young, I still have time,
Yeah.
so I'm not thinking of retiring now.
Don't.
Yeah. So when that time comes, I think my whole life will just depend on sport.
Amazing.
Yeah.
For one message just to leave with the crowd, but also, young girls and even people that love you from Zambia or in Africa, what is a word of advice that really helped you to get to where you are?
Well, I'll start from my fans. I just want to say thank you for their support. They should continue supporting me. And to everyone who is watching out there, is to learn something from every person, the background, and what they go through. It's not everyone, the journey has been smooth, but we've gone through obstacles. So I think more especially in Africa, people should learn from this and encourage the young child and young boys and girls to take part in whatever they love doing.
Awesome. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you very much.